everybody, and welcome back to more of the Inquisitor series. I've been really excited for this to come back all week, mostly because I need more hard drive space so I can actually continue recording the rest of the characters since I left off at level 33. But I've started to do that now that I've actually made space. But last we left off in the series, we were working on doing some things for Lord Zash. She wants me to kill Darth Scotia. In order to do that, we need some of these like artifacts or something that she's looking for. We don't really know her full plan yet. However, we know we gotta find this stuff. So I came over to the statue to get these things off these slaves. And once I did that, you know, I'm clearly able to talk to her, but hopefully she'll actually let me in a little bit more on what plans she does have.
Does this mean you found them? You found the archaeological plans?
Hope there's not too much blood on them.
Oh, no. I've read much, much worse. Now, let me see. Ah, yes. How clever. There's a chamber hidden under the Colossus itself. I bet my complete collection of Naga Sado's Yavin 4 writings that you'll find what we're looking for in this chamber.
As you say.
There should be a hidden entrance near the Colossus. It looks like Scotia has an entire underground base. You're looking for a tablet. The tablet is the symbol of leadership of an obscure Trandoshan cult. The lizards believe it was a gift from their deity, the Scorekeeper. Scotia stole the tablet and uses it to exert control over his Trandoshan bodyguards. Give them their relic, and Scotia's power over his bodyguards will turn to vapor.
His own defenses will be his downfall.
You could try it. It might weaken him a little. Scotia's not stupid enough to retain guards who could actually overpower him. The main thing is to keep Scotia's bodyguards off you. The plans suggest Scotia's apprentices guard this base. I don't doubt they hold the keys to acquiring the Trandoshan tablet. Best kill them all to be sure.
Inopis just nas jans, now mipan astana tods jans.
How rude of that person fighting in the background. Just like totally all up in my space while I was in the middle of that conversation. Anyway, so we end up going into the secret area. Now, I skip over probably about 10 minutes worth of combat in this episode. I don't know why they did this. Usually early on, it's, you know, probably about 2 minutes of combat between major, I guess, well, any type of dialogue for the main story quest on all of the planets through the entire prologue and Chapter 1. That's usually the case. Chapter 1, not so much towards the end when you get to, like, Alderaan and all that, but for the most part, usually it's only about 2 minutes, and then you have some type of dialogue, or 4 minutes, and then some type of dialogue. It's not usually 10. So I skip over so much combat in this one. However, you're not really missing a whole lot. I kept the important bits in there for you. Now, it's worth mentioning that this week has been super crazy for us because not only did patch 1.7 come out, and there was a few cool things with that, I guess, patch 1.7. I'm not too excited about it, but you can hear my full thoughts about the entire patch on this week's GLHF that I put up. I was going to do a couple guides. I'm still debating whether I'm going to do them or not because some of the guides are... It's not complete yet. Like I would do a guide for the Gree event, which was added as a reputation, which also was added to the full reputation system. However, the Gree event it's not full, it's not done, right? So what will happen is we'll get to the end of the 2 weeks that the event's going to last, and nobody will be able to finish off the entire reputation grind for it, because that's just impossible. You can't get that much reputation in the 2 weeks that's allotted, simply because there's a weekly cap. So I'm debating on whether or not I'll just wait until the second time around before I do a guide on that or not, or just do a two-parter. Who knows? Who knows? But the other thing that happened this week was that Dead Space 3, our series started for that, so Garrick and I have been playing through so much of it. We have like 2.5 hours already recorded of it, which is really funny because we're only releasing 2 episodes a week for that. But check that out if you have even a slight interest in us screaming and making really obscure references that probably only 2 of you would get. Especially Stargate references, which I think there are quite a few of those, funnily enough. Now, that should only be on Tuesday, Wednesdays, so don't expect too much of that. So Star Wars stuff will continue to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday like it usually is, just to kind of give you a heads up. And we're also starting our Indie Spotlight coming up here soon on Thursdays in place of GLHF. And then the last thing with that is we're getting so close to launching our website, and once we do that, we will put up a video and kind of give you a walkthrough on it. It's going to be better than the YouTube website. Well, that was kind of easy. He just kind of walked up on me, trying to sneak up on me, stab me with his lightsaber, and what do? I just zap him with lightning. So much lightning in this Inquisitor story, and I freaking love it. It's amazing. Now, we're going to go and talk to Zash again, and obviously she's going to reveal a bit more of the plan and whatever the next step is.
I've recovered the Trandoshan relic.
Then we've both had success in our endeavors. But the Trandoshan bodyguards are only part of Scotia's defense. His greatest weakness is that he's mostly machine. The rogue Sith Lord, Grathan, is holding a cyborg expert named Derozek captive. He has developed a neutralizer for me, the kind that should destroy Scotia's cyborg elements. Find Derozek, get him to tell you where the neutralizer is, and then silence him.
Do you have any other instructions for me?
No, that's all for now. Grathan's estate is in the jungle. Interrogate the scientist. With any luck, Scotia will soon be out of our way, and then we'll be free to pursue Tulak Horde's lost power as we please.
Ustaitnians an parana, rahitis ni aino.
And now we have to go find some doctor, so we'll go do that. Now, I mentioned previously on a previous episode, I think it was last episode, that I really like Dromenkos because it's a really pretty planet, as you can kind of see when we're in the outdoor parts. I'm kind of hoping that we get a little bit more of it before we get off of Dromenkos, because it is a very unique planet. It's nothing quite like it on the Republic side, and I love the look.
Please, tell me Lord Zash sent you. Please. I can't stand it here any longer. I don't want to die.
Are you Grathan's cyborg expert in chains?
Yes, I am. And I got just what you need. Just what Lord Zash ordered. My finest work yet, though I don't quite see what the use of it is.
What makes you say that?
The neutralizer works by hijacking the cyber neural center, causing it to fire impulses so rapidly it overloads. Real cutting-edge tech and real expensive to develop. It'll work like a charm on a droid, but it's a one-off and too expensive for mass production.
I only need to use it once.
If you're sure of that, Lord Zash commissioned this weapon against cyborgs. The thing is, most cyborgs are only 10% machine. You need someone at least 50% machine for the neutralizer to do any real damage.
Oh, my mark's 50% machine, at least.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. If you want it, take it. It's only a prototype, but I guess it'll work if there's one droid you really want to bash. It's in the lab building, can't be missed. But Grathan wouldn't let me at the power cells I need to power it. You'll need to steal those off his droids.
Don't say a word about this to anyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now, I very easily could have just killed him there and silenced him, but I think it's one of those situations, and this pops up quite a few times in the Inquisitor story, because, as I've said before, this is a light-sided character. However, I tend to take so many dark-sided choices. For example, this is the best example ever, I'm at level 36 now. Last time I actually logged on earlier today, and the best part about that is I'm still rank 1 light-sided. I think I may have just hit rank 2. Like, that's because I take so many dark-sided choices that it negates that. So it's one of those situations where it's a rare sight for me to let somebody go. But he can be a very useful tool if I need him later on. So it's like I said, it's one of those things where if I need him, I can, call on him, hopefully get him to I don't know, fix an issue that I may have killing Darth Scotia. Who knows? Maybe later on in the story he'll be around and I'll get his help. It's just one of those things. It's rare for me to let someone go like that, because if it's going to ruin my plans, usually I'll kill them. And I take a few dark-sided choices like that in the story just because it's an easier choice. But if it feels like it's going to be a person that I could use later on, I try to keep them alive, because you never know how useful they're going to be. Like, take the Jedi-knight story, for example. There's plenty of those.
Not a moment too soon, apprentice. Tell me we were successful. Tell me you have the tech we need to destroy Scotia.
I have the prototype.
Fantastic. Magnificent. Perfect. Then the time to do the deed is now. Scotia is in his chambers as we speak. Be ready. Even with the power you have over him, he will be a frightful sight.
Kahosida patwait wadayap.
Set your nerves of cortosis. Turn your fear into hatred. Remember, Scotia stands between us and glory.
Let's get to the killing.
Good. Now listen closely. This is how you will kill Scotia. The relic you found under the Colossus is the key to Scotia's power over his Trandoshan bodyguards. Go to Scotia's chambers and show them the relic. The Trandoshans should stand down, or attack him or something. The confusion should be enough. This is the first step.
Then I use the anti-cyborg prototype to disable him, right?
Exactly. With the bodyguards gone, you can get close enough to Scotia to use the prototype you stole from Grathans. But be mindful. Scotia may be more machine than man, but he's no weakling in the Force. Killing him will still be a challenge.
Challenge? I spit on challenges.
Oh, I wish I could be there to see the contortions on Scotia's malformed face when you destroy him. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm due to make an appearance at a party in the Nexus Room Cantina. Meet me there when you're done.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting to have to kill him so soon. I mean, we're nowhere near even done with Dromund Kaas yet. We still have like an entire other area or two to finish off, so it's kind of surprising that we're killing him already. So clearly this is just one of the many things that Zash has planned for me to do, which kind of makes me skeptical of her, and I gotta keep an eye on her.
I see. Nothing yet. What makes this slave so bold as to enter my chambers? Tell me, slave, are you insane, or do you have a death wish?
If you think this is bad, you should meet my other personality.
Skisk. Kill her.
I believe this belongs to you.
Clever. Zash must have stayed up many a night to think of that one. I suppose you'll be sending my bodyguards away now, or maybe you'll order them to kill me.
It should at least be entertaining. Tear him to pieces.
You shouldn't have done that. The bodyguards, they're nothing. Show. But you subverted my authority, took my slaves from me, and that makes me angry. And killing you will be over too soon. No. I think you're going to have to suffer first.
Okay, well, looks like we're already attacking him. However, because I'm gonna be that guy, I'm gonna end it here, and you'll have to find out what happens in the next episode.